This week on Cine News.
What if you had to tell someone the most important thing in the world?
Denzel Washington suffers a severe case of Deja Vu.
I think it's going to be a good ride.
Take this ring. It is a symbol of your pledge to find the elixir of immortality.
Hugh Jackman travels through time in search of the fountain.
The movie actually is like an experience.
I really want my house to be seen from space.
And Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick challenge each other to deck the halls.
The thing to remember when lighting is you eventually have to take them down.
Tips!
That's all next on Cine News. Welcome to Cine News, the show for people who love movies, from the biggest blockbusters to the most personal independents, and everything in between. We begin this week's show by joining Denzel Washington for a trip down memory lane in Deja Vu.
Deja vu, I guess, is a feeling of something that you felt you've either been the same place before, or you're recalling something that you remember. It's not quite real. Or you've met somebody in the past, you're not sure where or when, or if you've ever met them.
We've all had that feeling like we've been somewhere before. I know for a fact, I used to have a dream about a particular place in Brooklyn. And then one day I went there and I was like, now either I've been here before, I knew what it was gonna look like, but I had never been there before. So who knows what that means? And that's the gray area that the film sort of deals with.
When you meet someone and you immediately feel comfortable with them, you feel like there's a connection there, and that just sort of happened between Doug and Claire.
What if you had to tell someone the most important thing in the world, but you knew they'd never believe you?
I'd try.
What if that feeling is actually keying into some greater plan for your life? It's something just wonderful and mysterious and really kind of romantic.
It's that feeling you get when you're walking up the street and you stop and you go, this is very familiar. And we think all have experienced that. This movie does something like that, but even more so. It relates to things that are seen and unseen.
Sometimes when we have a deja vu, it can be a remembrance of things past. It can be remembrance of a dream. It could be remembrance of a place we've been at another time and another place. But yet it feels real. It feels like an overlap onto this reality.
You know, there are all these theories that there are alternate universes. And can we bounce from one plane of life to another? Or is it a river where it's flowing and one event will change the river? And the river we were on, we'd forgot that it ever happened. It never happened. It's out of our consciousness.
Have we met?
Yeah. Yeah, we have.
It's an uncomfortable familiarity about where you think you've been, that you've been in this time, in this place, at this particular moment in time, in the past.
What if you had to tell someone the most important thing in the world, but you knew they'd never believe you?
I tried.
I think it's going to be a good ride for the audience.
We always look for something that's unique and different, fresh, and this is fresh. I haven't seen this kind of story ever done before.
Your goal for this movie is when the audience comes out of the theater, I want them to say, wow.
It's going to be exciting and big and intense.
And it's the kind of film that takes you away from your everyday life and makes you live into another world.
I got him.
Hugh Jackman surely experienced a little bit of deja vu as he embarked on a seemingly never-ending quest for the fountain.
A special tree grows hidden. The tree of life. They say whoever drinks of its sap will live forever.
Hugh Jackman and Rachel Weisz play lovers who encounter each other at 3 different time periods in director Darren Aronofsky's sci-fi epic, The Fountain.
Take this ring. It is a symbol of your pledge to find the elixir of immortality. You shall wear it when you find Eden. And when you return, I shall be your Eve.
The Fountain is very much about memory. It's about loss. It's about being haunted. It's about living forever.
It's a love story, and it really does make you think about
does love endure? Does it endure past this life? Does it go in the future, back? Does it elevate beyond time?
When I got into this character, she's figured out something extraordinary, which is she's figured it out. She's figured out the whole meaning of life, which is that it doesn't last forever, and so you have to just treasure each moment and be in the moment. And she's surrendered. She's surrendered to this weird, wonderful journey that we're on, and she's accepted that it will only last as long as it can last. So it was, I kind of learned from her.
Is everything all right?
Everything's all right.
How's she doing?
She had a seizure.
Wait, I'm afraid.
It's been progress at work.
My conquistador, always conquering.
We tested the substance.
There's hope.
Your wife needs you.
Because there's a disease. And there's a cure. And I will find it.
Everyone's always saying, well, I want to see something new. I want to do something new. Well, this is that movie. I think it's a complete.
I just want to connect with him, just very simply. So much of life is about details, and I think this movie brings us back to what really matters.
Our bodies are prisons for our souls.
I'm not afraid anymore, Tommy.
All flesh decays. Death turns all to ash. And thus, death frees every soul.
Together we will